But since this became a larger story for the obvious reason of a genocide going on, if in the early days, a debate like this may have had some value because people are still learning about what is going on, and they could see, hey, this guy is a effing lunatic, and here's somebody who is dealing in facts. Let me decide what's going on here. At this point, there is no, I don't understand the value of holding a debate like this. Now, I see the value for Piers Morgan. This is, as I've said many times, Piers Morgan, it can be hard to pin down his political agenda because he doesn't really have a political agenda. He has a bottom line agenda. Whatever's going to net him the most amount of money is what he's going to do. So Piers Morgan often does things for entertainment purposes. That's why he's doing this. I'm sure he would defend it and say, oh, no, we're having an important debate on the issues. No, you are allowing a guy who's not living in reality to debate somebody who is living in reality. I don't know what the purpose of this is. It's one thing to debate. The only point of having, traditionally, before debates became the spectacle that they are now, debates often were used as a way to try and find some common ground. But that common ground would only be able to be found if there is some basis of reality that you are working from. If one side is not living in reality, how are you going to debate anything? Now, look, again, a debate like this is meant more for the audience. Cenk isn't trying to change the mind of Rabbi Shmuley. Obviously, that isn't going to happen. That isn't the point of this debate. But it's the point of it should be, in a situation like this, is to inform the audience. But I think we've moved past that at this point. I'll get to more clips from this debate in a bit here, but I am really starting to fail to see the point of even dealing with anybody, and not even just in debate terms, but just in politically, in any sense, trying to take someone like this, their arguments seriously, trying to debate whatever they're arguing when they clearly are not living in reality, or in the reality that cares at all about human life. Why even bother debating a sociopath? So here's some more from this debate, and we'll call it a day, because I'm not sure what else we can really get from this.
The catastrophe for the Palestinian people is Hamas, Hamas, Hamas.
When you see a refugee camp with 1.5 million people, surely you don't think this is a good idea for Israel, that you're going to see the wholesale slaughter of innocent women and children.
Well, Israel has said that they will move those 1.5 million civilians, but war is always terrible. Without 700,000 Americans dying in the Civil War, which is atrocious, we might have had slavery, God forbid.
So are you going to go to 700,000 in Gaza?
The
Rabbi
Civil War,
Shmuley?
for God.
Look, I know there's PTSD from the Holocaust.
Pierce,
and
I
right
must
now,
be allowed to respond.
acting in a blind
moment, yeah.
rage.
Finish.
Israel's
Okay, Pierce,
acting in a blind
Pierce,
rage
Pierce.
at this point. But the Palestinians are not Nazis.
Pierce.
They're the Jews. They're the same as the Jews.
Pierce.
Victimized. Horribly victimized.
Pierce, Hamas are Nazis with GoPros. When militarism is destroyed completely, then the Palestinians
How many
will
people?
come
How many?
with a
All right.
real peace offer, knowing that arms do not work.
How many times do I have to say, I don't like Hamas. I don't want Hamas to win. I don't want Hamas to be in power. I want him to surrender. I want him to give all the hostages.
I just got to pause on that last point that Rabbi Shmuley was attempting to make there. That the Palestinians will come when militarism is destroyed completely. Then Palestinians will come with a real peace offer, knowing that arms do not work. This is a singular sentence where you are clearly saying that arms do work when we kill more of their civilians. Then they will come after we destroy them, knowing that militarism doesn't work after we use our own militarism to destroy them. This is what I'm talking about. What is even the point of debating this lunatic?
Do not work.
How many times do I have to say, I don't like Hamas. I don't want Hamas to win. I don't want Hamas to be in power. I want him to surrender. I want him to give all the hostages. That's so easy.
Well, that's a clear answer.
Hold on. That's a super clear answer. And do you know what created Hamas? The occupation. So if you think that's terrorism, what Hamas did, and I do, and I've said it now clearly 200 times, then what Israel and IDF has done is 25 times the terrorism that Hamas has done. And that's a stone cold fact.
What you just said, that Israel killed 12,000 children and they killed them all, Hamas uses them as human shields. They are their bulletproof.
Here's they're attacking a hospital now, and I read it this morning. They've got snipers killing anyone that crosses.
Okay, we saw the rest of that. So, this human shields thing is incredible. This is it's like bombing a neighborhood because one of the houses contains a criminal. Oh, we had to bomb that criminal was using the neighborhood as human shields, or I should say the whole thing is so absurd. In any other situation, would you excuse the mass destruction of civilians on, oh, well, they were using those civilians as human shield. We had to take down the entire apartment building because there was that one criminal on the second floor. Like it's again, there is no point in debating any of this. It doesn't. It's obvious. All of this is obvious. You're either on the side of human rights or you're on the side of genocide.